Hi, Kevin. Thank you. I'm so glad you can write in the chat because for some reason I can't. I don't know why that is. Let's turn the aircon off for a minute. It's a bit loud. I actually started urban sketching just just over 2 years ago, and then I started this channel 1 year ago. Anyway, hello. Can you hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear. It should be that you can hear me, but I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure somebody will tell me if you can't. Basically, what I'm going to do today is, there is a little picture here down below me, and that is what I'm going to be sketching today. It's something that I did as an urban sketch in my little sketchbook. You might have seen the video. I did this on the 23rd of January, February, March, April, 23rd of April. This is Casa Batlló in Barcelona. And I have been asked to do an exhibition in, it's in a small cafe. And it's, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but I need to build up a bit of a portfolio first. So I'm going to use this as like a study for what I'm actually going to sketch. And I have tried to do this twice before with on a much bigger piece of paper, which I'll show you here. There were 2 attempts. I can't remember. I think this was my first attempt here. This one. So I'll put them the other way around. And then this one. They're similar but slightly different as well. Just move some water out of the way. But I felt like I don't like them because they're not fully my style, because they're a little bit too, I measured things out and I prefer a kind of wonky, sketchy style than a planned and thought out style. So what I'm going to try and do is this style but bigger, so that I could frame it and put it in the exhibition. But also, oh, here it is. I've also decided that this A3 size, this is Archer's paper, Archer's cold pressed, which I'm not really used to. I'm used to sketching in these tiny little sketchbooks. So I'm going to not do it this big because I'm finding that a bit overwhelming. So I have cut it into a half size, so an A4 size. So that's what I'm planning to do. Kevin, mainly sketches from photos, but sometimes I get a chance to sketch outdoors. I always feel bad making my friends and family wait while I draw. I always feel bad making people wait for me as well, but that's, you know. I find that people don't mind watching me painting or drawing for 10 minutes, but when it gets longer than that, they get a little bit annoyed and want to move on. So what you can do, you could do a little sketch first, and then, I'm going to put that so you can see it. You could put a little sketch first, just in pen, take a picture and of what you're sketching, and then you could fill it in later. If that helps. That's what I do when I'm sketching with friends around. If you saw my North Coast 500 video, that's what I did. I did quick sketches and then painted most of them later on in the evening. Who else do we have here? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know what your name says. It ends in 6893. Brazil. Bom dia. What time is it in Brazil? I need to visit Brazil, actually. That's on my list. When YouTube starts paying me and I start traveling all over the world, Brazil will be on my list of places to go travel sketching. Oh, a few people are here now. Roots and Ruin, joining from Manchester. I'll just be testing out some new watercolour while I watch. Good. Sketch along. Test out as you wish. Now, which side of this paper would you use? It's the Archer's Cold Press. It's got a rough side and a smooth side, and I like the rough side. I'm not really sure which side you're supposed to use because I just do whatever I want. So I only need one of these. When I did these other sketches, I went in with pencil first, but that's not what I do when I sketch, and I think that's why they look too placed and why they don't look very mean. So I'm just gonna brave it and go in with the pen. Now I have the reference image here in front of me. It's just the same one that you can see. This is actually Casa Batlló in Barcelona, and on San Jordi they fill the balconies with roses because it's like Valentine's Day in Catalonia, and it's a famous place. People go to look at the roses, and yeah, a lot of people seem to get engaged there as well. So it's quite cute if you're into that. Right, let's go. What I'm going to do actually as well, before I get started, I'm going to tape just a thin layer of masking tape around the edges, because when it comes to framing it, I think that will make it a little bit easier, and it'll give me just a little bit of grace room. If that's the right word. Just bear with me. If I go quiet, it's because I can't focus on something and speak at the same time. I can't multitask. Oh, there we go. Maybe I shouldn't have had the tablecloth down. It was just too hot to sketch in the studio today, which is where I had planned to do this, but it's so hot and I don't have air conditioning in that room. So I am in my living room with my plants in the background, which looks a little bit more homely anyway. What watercolours are you testing out, by the way, Roots and Ruin? Commonly 1:45. You've got the whole day ahead of you. It's 6:45 here. Then I have to go back to work tomorrow. I've had a busy couple of weeks. I'm just having a little chilled day and thought, what better day to do a live. Today I have no other plans, so that's what we're doing. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm procrastinating getting started because I'm scared. Oh, that first line is always the worst bit. Okay, so I'm going to keep this. This is my original sketch. I'm going to keep that placed just in front of me because I want to remember that that's the vibe that I'm wanting to go for. Lily, it's much easier. Thank you. Just testing my palette for Toulouse. Oh, you're going to Toulouse? I'm going to Toulouse too. 2 weeks. I'll be there. Actually, before we get started, I wasn't planning on saying this, but I think I might take this to Toulouse with me. Lightwish have sent me this to test out, which is one of their watercolor, the binder color watercolor travel sets. So I'm going to take that to Toulouse and see how that goes. Comes in a little, like a little fake leather pouch, and it's all kind of together. Have you been to a symposium before, anybody? It's going to be my first time, so not really sure what to expect. Right, how is this height and width-wise? Might use this to help me. Right, so if I stretch my pen, put my pen across there, it's like from the tip to the red part, and then it's tip to red. One. Let's go to the highest part, shall we? One. Okay, so it's about twice as high as it is wide, from there to there and there to there. So wide. I do want it central. I don't normally do everything central, but in this case I do. And I am going to use a little ruler to cheat, which I don't really do very often, but I'm just a bit nervous, which is the issue here. Okay, so it's about 19. So what's half of 19? What's 19 divided by 2? 9.5? So okay, so that'd be the center. And then I want it to come out maybe about... Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to push it just a little bit down there. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to put a little dot and another little dot there at 15. Okay, so if it's twice, so it's going to be 30 centimeters high. Well, that's not going to work, is it? I'm glad I only did dots. Right, let's try that again. Let's see about how high we can go instead. Right, we're going to put a little dot in the middle. 19 and a half, 9 and a half, somewhere around there is about central. Right. So, how low down do I want it to go? I'm going to set to 24. To there. So, how high up do I want to go? Well, the little ice gem bit, the little chimney bit goes up a little bit higher. So I'm going to say, let's go to here, which is 5. So that 20, that's 19. God, why is everything 19 these days? This is weird. 19, half of 19, 9.5. Oh, let's say, I'm going to call it 10. But then that looks right. Maybe I was right the first time. I'm not very good at maths. So, let me catch up because I've just confused myself. Let's see what everybody's saying. Random watercolor paper shaped like giant stamps. Like a stamp that you put on a note, on a letter. Oh, see you there. I'm going on my own as well. Or do you mean that you're going of your own accord, that you're not going to be part of the symposium? Yes, I saw the videos from Poznan as well, and that's what made me want to go. And it was very difficult to get tickets, but I did manage it, so I am very very happy about that. All right, let's see what we can do. Where should I start? Where would you start with this sketch? I think I started with this line last time down here. And I'm going to try and keep this, I'm going to keep these wonky lampposts sticking out and that tree there. Oh, I'm nervous. How many floors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors. Oh gosh, right, no, this is too stressful. I'm scared. Right, things are in my way. Right, let's just do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it. Pen upside down. I'm so nervous. Okay. Are you choking? Has my pen run out of ink? It looks like a terrible line. Let's try it the right way up. Oh no, there we go. Just needed to get the ink flowing, I think. Oh no, maybe it's this paper. Right, I'm going to use the pen the right way up. Maybe about there is alright. And we're going to go as a fly in here doing my head in. Let's go down here to the ground is going to be. I like double lines. So particularly on the edge of buildings, I always do a double line. I like just like the way that looks. Haven't bought a symposium ticket. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people just bobbing around the city, so I'm sure you'll find people everywhere. Also, send me a message on Instagram when you're there. Maybe we can find each other. It's arting.about on Instagram. Okay, now the chimney thing isn't fully all the way across. Chimney that isn't. How do we do that? Get to there. Oh, I'm so nervous. This is horrible. We have these kind of. I can try and do this without taking my pen off the paper. Well, something's happening here. Something is happening. I'm going to go a little bit higher than my dot. Nothing is set in stone, especially when I'm around. Comes back up again there, right? Yes, it does. I should have printed out the picture so that I could actually look at the real picture as well instead of having to, because it's really small on my screen. So I'm kind of using this as a reference, which is probably not a good idea. It's like taking a photocopy of a photocopy, isn't it? Well. You know, if it doesn't turn out very good, it can just be for us. Nobody needs to know, do they? Have I got anything else planned? No, I've just got the symposium. I just booked the days off for the symposium, and that is literally all I'm going to do. I'm coming back on the Sunday, so I go on the Wednesday. I have to take a bus, and then I will stay till the Sunday. Does anybody else just move their paper around to different angles all the time? I think some people can sketch like this, but I always have to move it around. Get that aircon on again. It's absolutely boiling here today, and it's dead humid. It annoys me when I get that in my way as well, that thing. I'm not being precise with these tiles, just going along, letting them be higgledy-piggledy. I think Gaudi would approve, don't you? Sorry that you have to see the top of my head. I'm using a Lamy Safari fountain pen, by the way, and I've heard a lot of people talking about them getting clogged up. I've not had an issue with mine clogging ever, so I wonder if it's the kind of ink that people use. I'm using platinum carbon ink in here. Oh, hang on, I need to look at my picture a little bit bigger because I think there is a little window thing here that I want to include. This is why I should have printed it out. Oh, there we go, let me get it big on my computer. Yes. I'm glad I remembered that because it's about here. So I'm just going to draw that in and hopefully not forget about it. Bus from Barcelona, I think it takes it's about 6 hours. I was considering not doing it, but there's no direct flights. I would have to fly to Bordeaux and take a train, or the quickest way of flying directly, well, not directly, indirectly to Toulouse was via Ibiza. So I'd have to go Barcelona, Ibiza, wait there, then take another flight from Ibiza to Toulouse. So the train's going to take 6 hours, and I took the train to Madrid last year when I went to Colombia, and it was not a fun experience. But it is only costing me 15 euros return, so can't complain really. And it's at 6 o'clock in the morning as well. It was the only one that would get me there in time for the, I don't know what you call it, opening ceremony. It's not the Olympics, is it? But you know, like the welcome part of the symposium. Really like the texture. What texture? Mine gets clogged all the time. It's an F nib, but I've never. Yeah, I got platinum carbon ink off Amazon. Oh, it's in the studio, and I've never had a problem with it. And I got it 2 years ago, and I'm still using it. I also have a Fude nib pen. I don't use it very often though. Should use that more. But I also use the platinum carbon ink in that, and that doesn't clog either. Okay, happy with that. I'm happy with the roof. I'm not ready to tackle that ice gem yet though. I'm gonna get my picture so I can see it better. Interested, how did you guys get into urban sketching anyway? 'Cause it's a bit of a niche thing, I find. Not a lot of people really know that much about it. Oh, the texture of the roof. Thank you. Yeah, I like it too. I think I've maybe gone a bit too far across with that roof. Yep, I have. Oh, and I've gone too far up with that. Ah! What am I going to do? Right. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. So this is what happens when I talk at the same time. Why did I decide to do this as a live? Why? Never mind. We're gonna fix it somehow. Someday. I'll add another one of those in there just to... It's a sketch, it's not a photo. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. Oh, I'm doing silly things. I'm doing silly things. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. Please, somebody agree with me. It's a sketch, it's not a photo. It's all going to be okay. Yeah, personality. It's got personality, thank you. Well, you could do abstract urban sketching. Who's to say? Just do your own thing. Like this, just making it up. It's a sketch. It's not a photo. Oh, I'm being brave here. Going straight in with this. Whatever it is. Chimney. Oh dear, that's... oh no, that doesn't look... oops. That looks a little bit not like a chimney. Let's see. There we go. I think I've saved it. It no longer looks like it once looked like. Okay, that looks okay. Okay. Ah, you started sketching about the same time as me then. What do you mean you don't have any style of it? Just presume everybody... You'll find your own style. And if your style is abstract, that's your style, right? I'm a bit nervous now. Right, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a big one. 6 is a big one. Did I not count 7 before? Oh, there's that little one in the middle. Let's start with... What am I doing? What am I actually doing? Actually, this bit here, that can be the balcony thing. It goes up there. There you go. I'm just going to have to make that into the other building and pretend it goes that high, which it doesn't. Can I have it? Maybe I could add a flag on there. I don't mind changing things when I intentionally change them, but when I do it by mistake, it's kind of annoys me. Balcony here. One. And there's a window. Which comes there. How many windows? One. Not evenly spaced. So one. I could go further. One. Two. Three, something like that. And this one up here, let's do that. Oh gosh, I'm really kind of feeling the pressure. So these are my little rose balcony up here. I'm just doing little squiggles for the roses. I'm not letting them be anything too precise. Okay, and I can just see a little kind of archway there. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some people are precise and some people are scribbly. I think I'm scribbly, I think. Although I'm very precise on those two. And scribbly again. It depends what mood I'm in, how long I have. Things change. Okay, so actually these are more... Ooh. No, what we're doing, it's going to have to be closer. Don't worry about these dots, we're not going to notice them at the end. Well, that one's actually just a little bit higher than the other two. There's a sketcher that I follow on YouTube. Oh, Australian guy, Stephen something. I can't remember his name right now. He's very good at getting all of the... I don't know, all of the... What am I trying to say? Sizes? Like, he gets everything right every time. It's just... It's about... This one's got flowers on it. It's about making sure that everything is the same size in relation to something else. Which maybe I should have thought about more before I've started drawing these windows. So I'm going to try and make sure that I can fit everything else in once I've finished this row of windows. It's quite scary going in with ink straight away. But that is part of the thrill. Sorry if I mumble a bit when I concentrate. I don't really open my mouth. See when to lose. Yeah, proportions and perspective are hard, and I always say, oh, it doesn't really matter, but then I think, do I say that because that makes me feel better about not being able to do them very well? You know? Okay, right, so if that's that. 1, 2, 3, a bigger one, and a bigger one. It might be alright. It might work. Let's try and just mark out these other windows first then. Okay, so they do get quite close. 1, 2, but it's not all the way down because then we're going to have roses. 3 and roses. 4 and roses. Right, okay. If when I get down here I can still extend this a little bit more, so currently I'm not worried. Right, let's see. If they're a little bit wonky, I really don't mind. This is fine that this one touches the bottom of that because it does. And now there's one over here. Okay. We need to do some roses across there, right? Okay, that's a little bit close, but it's okay. It's a sketch. It's not a photo. Yes, yes, please use my reference photo and sketch along. When you finished it, put it on Instagram and tag me. I want to see it, and I'll share it if you give me permission to. Roses. Squiggles for roses. Squiggles for roses. Sounds like an 80s rock band. I ordered some stickers that came today with my branding on. Oh, I've not paid any attention to these shutters. Oh, I think I'm okay. They're all closed. Oh, that one's open. Never mind. Never mind. Should I just do them all closed anyway? A bit of artistic license in there. So I've got one more row of those to go. I'm actually going to try and make them lean more down this way because I feel like that's kind of going up one way. Let's try and just correct that a bit. Gaudi. It was Antonio Gaudi who designed this building. No, he was not a friend of this sketcher, was he? Very strange shapes and not very symmetrical. This annoys me that this is not like there's the gap down the middle. I want them to be perfect, but they're not. You can do a tour of this house, actually. It's very good. And when these balconies don't have roses on, they actually look like skulls. So I might also do a version without the roses. I'm already preferring this to the other ones that I did because it looks more my style. So already happier. Right, this one's windows are closed, or blinds or shutters or whatever you call them. This one's open, so let's try and make them look open. This one, I can't tell. I'm going to do them open. Can't tell if they actually are, but just for a bit of variation. And I'm going to do that one closed. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Oh. Done something stupid. I was drawing what I thought was there, not what is actually there. But that's okay because it's a sketch. Not a photo. That's my motto of the day. It's a sketch, not a photo. Is that symmetrical, more or less? It's a house. I'm not sure if people still live there because when you do the tour, you only do like half of it. But you can go up here onto the roof and everything. It used to be the home of the Batio family. which is what it's named after. It's right in the centre of Barcelona as well, so I recommend going to visit it if you come. I actually took my mum there and to the Sagrada Familia to do the tour of both, and she preferred the tour of this than of the Sagrada Familia. So these roses peak up there, then in the middle, there, and there again. And they don't go all the way to the sides. Oh, but those ones do up there. So let's make sure that those do. Oh, you see, just drawn on top of it, nobody will know. Does anyone ever really know what they're doing? Ever? If you're watching this and you can't watch the whole thing, because I know this is going on for quite some time, you can always watch it again. It will be saved onto my channel. Any previous sketching practice before you started urban sketching? No, not really. I'm a creative person, and I could draw as a child. It was just something that came easy to me, not like sports did not come naturally to me. So I was always better at the creative stuff. And we had quite a good art department at school. We did pottery and we did all kinds of different art disciplines. But it wasn't anything that I pursued, let's say. I just started doing it because a couple of years ago, 2 years ago I suppose, I was struggling to sleep a bit, and I just got into watching some YouTube videos to fall asleep to, and one of them was actually Taria's Sketchy Adventures, which is one of my favourite channels to watch. And I was watching her videos, sketching and talking about what she was doing. And I thought, oh, that looks like such a nice thing to do with your time, you know? Because like I said, I don't play football or anything like that. So I kept watching her videos, and that led me to some other sketches as well. Toby Luce sketch I like watching. Liz Chatterton I like watching. She doesn't always do urban sketching, she does all kinds of watercolour based things. And I thought, I'm going to give that a go. So I bought some Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolours to start with, and just a Canson XL book, just to see if I would like it. Anyway, turned out I loved it. So yeah, so I just kept on doing it, and I was pretty good when it first started, I thought, in my opinion. Not trying to be big-headed or anything there, just I thought, I'm better at this than I expected. And then, I just kind of developed what I like doing, how I like doing it. I haven't done any classes or training or anything. I just do what I think looks good and what makes me happy. If that answers the question. Yeah, Barcelona's a great city to visit. It does get very hot in the summer though. It gets so humid. It's only June, it's not even July yet. It's July tomorrow, isn't it? So it's nearly July. But it's so hot. Just gonna add some little slats into these kind of blinds here. Something that I do always do that annoys me when I'm using my fountain pen is sometimes I don't let the ink dry and then I smudge it with my hand. But as it's quite a hot day and this paper is really absorbent, I think I'm going to be all right. But you know, if it happens, it happens. It's just part of the story, isn't it? Because what have I been saying all day? It's a sketch. Altogether, not a picture. So, Carol in Berlin. Are you based in Berlin? Do you sketch as well? Is everybody sketches here, or are there some people that just watch? I went to Berlin a couple of years ago. It was the same month that I started sketching, and I wasn't that crazy. Well, I enjoyed doing it, but I wasn't mad on it like I am now. And I didn't take my sketching stuff with me because I just didn't even think about it because I'd never packed it before. And there was loads of stuff I could have sketched. So I think I owe myself another Berlin trip to do some travel sketching. Don't you think? Just need YouTube to start paying me and then I can afford to do it. There's a big fly there. I'm nearly actually, I'm nearly at the requirements to be monetized. Not that that's my motivation for doing the channel. I do it because I like sketching. I like to share my sketches with other people. I like the editing side of it as well. But, you know, if I could get some money for it, I wouldn't complain. So, if you want to help me do that, subscribe and get my view time up. Okay, I'm going to put the aircon on again because I'm sweating. Right, so I need another one about the same length as that. I'm going to have to add some more on the bottom. That's okay, because how wide is that? What can I measure it with? And these roses do go to the side. Oh, I've missed out the... I've missed out the flag. Little flagpole. I'll get back to that later. That's the Catalan flag. With the red and white stripes. Just Sketchbook started using watercolour. Which watercolour do you use, just out of interest? Because everybody has their own different brands that they like. How do you find watercolour as well if you've only just started it? Because I have a friend she's not an urban sketcher, but she she does a lot of painting and she uses acrylics. And I've used acrylics for little things here and there. But she always says, oh no, watercolor is so difficult because you can't paint on top of what you've already done, basically. You know, you have to start going light to dark. And I don't know, like, because that's what I started using, I don't find the difficulty in it, really. Not that I don't find it difficult, but I don't find the fact that the colours blend together and they move around on the page, I don't find that that is a hindrance. I actually like that more. I think that adds more interest to it. Daniel Smith. I like Daniel Smith. I'm going to be using some Daniel Smith later, but there's a few in here that I'm not thrilled with. So maybe when we get there, I'm going to ask you your opinion on it if you're still here. So please stay here. Stay with me. Stay with me. 'Cause you're all I need. You know, last year when I first started my channel, I was talking about Daniel Smith in one of my videos, and I kept calling him Danielle Steele. That's the author, isn't it? And I published it before I even realised that I'd been saying Daniel Steele and not Daniel Smith. Who was it that was sketching along with me? Roots and Ruin, how are you getting on with the sketch? These little bits here on the window, they look like bones. This doesn't really surprise me. You know, I was sketching along, actually. Maybe I could do this like once a month, do like a sketch along, and it could just be a little community group for us to do and get together. What do you think? Let me know. Would you be up for joining in a little online sketch along? I think that could be really fun. Daniel Steele and Daniel Smith, the collab we never knew we needed. Yeah. Daniel Steele could write the book and Daniel Smith could make the covers. Or maybe the book is about Daniel Smith. Like, I don't even know what kind of books Daniel Steele writes. I think crime novels. Somebody's stolen somebody's watercolors. You know, I like that. Like, the more you look at an image, the more you realize, the more you notice details. Like these little bits on top of these windows here, they look like little sleepy eyes. Oh, I forgot to mention, actually, Roots and Ruin. Definitely sketchy. She writes romances. Oh, I'm not really interested in reading romances. This reference image is actually on my community tab. I posted it yesterday, I think. Yes, I posted it yesterday. So if you want to see it larger than it is on here, you can check it out there. But later, because if you go, you'll lose me. Oh, unless you open up another tab, perhaps. So what are we saying about the monthly sketch along? Shall we do it? We can art about together. Sketch along and talk. And then we could all share them afterwards on a little, on Instagram, and have a little online gallery. I think that could be really cute. Okay. What I'm going to do down here, I'm going to add the little monthly sketch along. Sounds fun. Good. What would, oops, sorry, not to the camera. What should we call the monthly sketch along? Or just the sketch along? The arting about sketching along. Sketching along? Sketch along. Sketch along. I've said it too many times now, it's gone weird. Sketch along. Okay, I'm going to add some people down here, which are about halfway down, so that's about right that that's as it is. Now, I'm going to probably do the people the same as I did on here, which is just the, do you know the OOW method? OOW, like this. OOW. Which is, maybe I'll do it on my hand because I have nowhere else to demonstrate it. You do an O for the head, an upside down U, and then W, and that's your basic person. And that's how I that's how I do people when I'm urban sketching, because it's just so much quicker. So there's lots of people in here. They're about halfway up, and all the heads need to stay on the same level, you know? I hate this phrase, but I might be telling you how to suck eggs. So let's just do some people around, oh, it's a tiny little head. The people aren't the main focus of the sketch anyway. They're just going to be there to just add a bit of life, really. There we go. Let's do some W's. You can do wider W's if you want them to look like they're walking. You can do tighter W's if you want them to be standing still. Oops, that one's got something in between the legs. Less said about that, the better. Then if you want, you can add like arms in. Maybe somebody has a little dog over here. A little lead on it. Give them something to stand on though. Watercolour 67. 67! You can definitely do it later on. I'm going to save this video, I'm going to post it anyway. And you have the reference photo on my community tab. So, yeah. Sketch along. Take a picture of it and tag me on Instagram at arting.about. Let's write that in the chat. At arting.about on Instagram. I'd love to see how you do. Okay, so now we're getting down to this bottom part here. Right. Come on, let's be having you. Supposed to be going to meet some friends at 8:30, which is in 45 minutes. Do you think we can finish by then? Possibly. They do know that I'm doing this though, so if I'm late, they will know why. And I had planned this before they asked me to do something, so I didn't want to let you down, guys. I didn't want to leave you high and dry. Let's get these little arches under here. There's another one there. Those arches are higher, those second ones. That's interesting. Oh, maybe they're not. They're just covered by the roses. And then this one isn't an arch anymore. I think maybe that's the entrance, is it? It looks okay. It's okay. So I'm going to put the metro sign in over this side. I really like to do lampposts and signage. I like to do them wonky at the sides. I don't know why, it's just what I like to do. And these metro signs are a diamond shape. What do we have? I have a lamp over here. Oh, the lamp's not there in this. Only there's a metro sign. But this sketch that I did here was not from this angle that I'm showing you here, where I was off to the side. So I like them, so I'm going to keep them in. So it was a lamp. I'm a big fan of artistic license as well. If you want to put something that's there, do it. If you want to leave something out, do it. Because it's what? A sketch, not a photo. What pen am I using? This is it's a Lamy Safari. It does say Lamy on it somewhere. There we go. It is a Lamy Safari. Can you see that? I don't know where my camera is. It's a Lamy Safari with carbon platinum ink inside. For something this size, yes, I do like to use a fountain pen better. I do have fine liners as well, which I use for if I'm doing something much smaller, like this sketch here. I did that with a fine liner, but because of the size of the book, I would not have been able to get that detail using the fountain pen because it's a little bit thick. Oh, there's a lot of flies in here now. The window's open. And if you want to get thinner lines, you can turn the pen upside down as well. But for some reason that wasn't working on this paper, so I'm not actually doing that today. But you know, find your own way. I do like using a fountain pen, and I feel a bit more artistic as well. Just the way it makes me feel holding it, I feel more artsy. Right, so this tree on the left, I'm going to do like this one. And I'm going to make it quite tall as well, like on my original sketch. Spindly. Holding the pen really far back as well, just to get the more kind of organicness of it and keep myself loose with that. I've been holding it quite close when I've been doing those details. And just going to add a couple of nice leafy shapes, little swirlies, little swirly whirlies, so people know that that is a leaf or a tree. If anybody else just joined, you can sketch along with this. I'm going to post this up when I finish, and you will have the reference image here on the live, but also on my community tab as well. Let's do the building. I'm not going to add any perspective of this building sliding away. I'm just going to draw the edge of it in. I don't want it to pull too much focus, but just so that we know that there is a building there. Does that go all the way across? No, it doesn't. I'm going to pretend that that was intentional. What do we have on this side then? Where do you come out from? Just, I'm going to go there. And up. Fly. I don't want it to infringe on the tree. It's kind of a very stacked looking building. So let's just do that. Okay. We're just a little some lines down here for a bit of texture. Okay, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? Let's look for some details. Yes, I'm missing this whatever this is. If you do the tour of this building, you can actually have a picture on this balcony at the top. And this, I don't know what you would call this, but this is the thing that holds the camera. It looks like there's some numbers on the building there. What does it say? Don't know. Shall I do them? No, I'm not going to do them because I don't know what they say. Let's just add some. Why is that flag? Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, I haven't written things on here. Okay, guys, I want you to be my eyes, my second pair of eyes. Is there anything I've missed that I need to add? This says Casa Batio Gaudi. I'm going to just write it in my handwriting. Casa Batio. It has an accent. Which way does the accent go? I think it's that way. Gaudi. That does have an accent. And then I'm not sure what it says there, but that's not so important. I'm going to just put some marks in here because that's like gated off. I'm sure gated isn't the right word. What have I missed? Tell me, guys, what have I missed? Anything? Am I all right? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I've missed. Have I missed anything? What would you change? Should I? Thank you. Hi. Oh no, it's beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Just don't know if I've missed something. Oh, there's like a little thing under here on these two windows. Anything else? Blue parking sign. Oh, you see, I could have done the parking sign here instead of the metro sign. Because I was also looking at this and I did the metro sign in this one. I think if I do the parking sign now, though, it's going to be too much. But you're right, I could have done it instead of the metro sign. Left part of roof building. That's what this is, I think. I had a little bit of a dilemma at the start, so maybe that's what you're referring to. This little area here caused me problems and it's a little bit wrong, but as I've been saying all day, it's a sketch. No, not a painting. No, it's a sketch, not a photo. Right, I'm gonna go for it then. I'm gonna paint, yeah? Am I ready to paint? Let's go. Just gonna bring up my little palette here. Put that over there. Get some water as well. Now then, tell me, do we like the sky that I did on this version? Or shall I try something different? I'm not sure. I don't think I do like that sky. I think it looks a bit scary. I'm going to spray my watercolours. This is just going to activate them a little bit so they're easier to pick up. Try not to get it on there. Well, I've got to say, I prefer this to the other two that I've attempted previously. I'm going to take some phthalo blue. This is a Daniel Smith colour. And I'm going to add just a little bit of cerulean blue into there as well. This is also Daniel Smith, but I don't like it so much because it's so grainy. I don't know if they're always grainy or if it's just this one. Now I'm going to do this technique that I've learned from Toby Loose Sketch. Let's just get both of those in there, shall we? Which is, oh no, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Which is to just drop, splatter the sky. And then use a wet brush to kind of bring it all in. I'm using a big flat brush. This is a size 24. Because that will help me stay loose to start with. And that's the style that I want to go for. I want it to look loose and fun. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for this guy. That's all. Maybe shall I drop some water in on it? Just to give a bit of some blooms. I used to hate blooms, but I think with the right paint and the right paper, blooms look cool. Excuse me. Oh, I don't have anything to. Oh, there it is. This is my little top tip. Use a wristband, so you always have somewhere to wipe your brushes. I'm also going to do here, I've got this cobalt teal from Daniel Smith, which I absolutely adore this colour. And I'm going to splatter that around the building because, you know, it's got all these fancy patterns. So I'm going to just do that. I wish that I'd blobbed a little bit more though. That's better. Nice. Maybe some of that blue as well from the sky, because there's some blue parts on there too. like it. Now let's go, let's take some ultramarine blue. I'm gonna just mix that in with the blue that I used for the sky. Just gonna mark out the colours on the roof. I have 2 pots of water here. I'm going to try and keep one for dirty brush and then one for clean. Bit of red. Oh, it's very bright though. That's okay. It's got a very colourful roof to it. Bit of phthalo green. I'm going to mix that in with the cobalt teal there. I really want to keep this colourful roof. So I really like it. Nice. Where are the new guys from? Where are you all from, if you're new? Let's take a bit of burnt umber. I'm going to mix that with some ultramarine. It's going to give it a stony colour for down here. This is just a first wash. I'm not going to use this brush the whole time. But I'm not worrying about staying in the lines too much. Like I said before, that's what I like about watercolours. I like how it moves around on the paper and how it kind of merges together and just does its own thing. It's like you're working in partnership with the watercolour, you know? The watercolour has its own idea, you have your own idea, and just work together with it. I'm sure there's some artists out there that disagree. I don't care. Because this is what I do. They do what they do. I can't do what they do. Maybe they can do what I do. Maybe they can't. What am I talking about? USA. I have a lot of followers from the USA. Whereabouts in the USA? Because it's very big. I've been to Florida and New York a long time ago. Those are the only parts I've been to. Just going to mix a slightly darker variation of that for down here. I'm not going to put it everywhere though, because just maybe where I've put those lines, just to kind of look like shadows. Actually, I might do some little flicks down there. Add a bit of interest. My blobs never go where I want them to go. What's that about? Does anybody else find that? I really find getting, I'm going to have to do it like this, flicky. They're still not really going where I want them to go, but there we go. More or less. Missouri. Oof, where's that on the map? Is that... Is Missouri kind of north? Bloomington, IN. I guess that's Indiana? Is it? No. Is Indiana a state? Or is it a city? Oh, my US geography is terrible. Educate me. Tell me where they are. Actually, I'm going to do the wash of that colour in a bit. Let's get some yellow splatters, shall we? I've run out of mixing space. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Yes, Indiana. Yes! Right. Oh, Midwest. Indiana's Midwest. And it's a state. Indiana. What's the capital of Indiana? See, we don't learn that stuff at school because it's not our country. Oh, I told you I was going to meet a friend. She's just messaged me. She's like telling me where she is. I'm like, yep, I'm nowhere near finished. So I hope you're prepared to wait. I'm going to be using these brushes from Fumui. The other one, the flat one, is from Van Gogh, by the way. These are Fumui ones, and they're very similar to, or at least they look similar to, the Escoda travel brushes, but the Escoda ones are just so expensive. I tried to get them to do a collaboration with me, but they said no. They said that they'd spent all, well, not spent, but they said they've used up all their allowance for collaborations. So I will stick with the Fumui for now. They work well anyway. Just want this to dry a little bit so I can do a wash over there. Let's do these trees. Oh no, should we go in with the roses? What colour are these roses? They're more crimson, aren't they? Let's get a little crimson red going there. Actually, I'm going to use some opera pink also. I'm gonna get some. I've been dying to use this colour. Ooh, dirty. Let's get some opera pink on there for the highlights first of the roses. Whoa, big drip there. Nearly did that. Look at that. Sid Daniel Smith, this opera pink. Everything I've used is... Oh no, the burnt umber was Winsor & Newton. Ha! Zoe! Dance ahead. I was just saying that you just messaged me saying to go and meet you. I am hungry, actually. I'm absolutely starving. But I might be here for a little while more. A bit of painting to do. But don't worry, you can eat. I will get some food wherever. So don't worry. So that's my friend that I'm supposed to be meeting. Where are you? Do you think I should splatter some of this pink around as well, just to tie everything together? What do you think? What do you think about the pink? I'm going to do it. I'm going to load up my brush. And splat, 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 splat. Right, while we're waiting for things to dry, let's take some burnt sienna. I love burnt sienna. What a lovely colour it is, look at that. And I'm going to use that for, very lightly though, I'm going to try not to get it too wet. For this up on the top. That'll do. For there, let's do some green gold, Daniel Smith. Yes, going to use that for my tree over here. If anybody wants to sketch along, this is the reference picture is in my community tab, and yeah, you can go for your life. This is going to be posted after the live is finished as well. I don't know how long it takes to process, so it could be tomorrow by the time that it's up there. What colour is the metro sign? Red. I don't know what size of brush this is that I'm using, by the way, because it's rubbed off, and so is the little one. That's a size 8, so this might be a size 10 that I'm using. What time is it? 8:15. Okay. I'm going to put some red in these trees because red is the complementary of green, and that might just act as shadows in there. Yeah, like that. Take some red for the roses. Who will buy my beautiful roses? Just a little bit of Mary Poppins for you there. I normally listen to music or the radio while I'm sketching, but I can't do that because they will turn me off for copyright or something, because they think I'm using it in my video, but it just happens to be on in the background. Pyrrole red, by the way. No, Pyrrole scarlet, Daniel Smith. I like this one, it's very pigmented. Everyone's gone very quiet. Are you all sketching along, is that why? Or have you all logged off? Stay with me, because you're all I need. Is anybody in here at the moment going to the symposium next month? In 2 weeks? In Toulouse? Whenever I tell anybody I'm going to Toulouse, they tell me about the there's a TikTok or a reel or something where they say, flight number 2222 Toulouse, boarding at gate number 2. And everybody finds it very funny to say that. Which watercolors are you swatching? Do you swatch them? Do you mix them? How do you swatch? Some red blobs in there. Right, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put some green into that as well, because it's like I've done the red on the trees. I'm going to put some green to the roses. Just going to take some ultramarine Daniel Smith and some Payne's Grey Winsor & Newton for this lamp over here. Water it down a little bit to do this, not a lamp, but you know, that thing. Burnt umber for the tree, tree trunk. I like to use thicker brushes to help keep things loose. Don't have to stay within the lines. Ooh, how is the Sakura Koi Pocket Palette? I'm waiting on a delivery of some Shinhan watercolors. They should be arriving sometime this week. I'm really looking forward to trying them out. Some shadows in these doorways. Nice. I'm going to use this same cobalt teal. I'm going to use that for the shutters on the windows. Oops, it's a little bit too thick. Ooh, gosh, very thick. Let me just suck some of that back up. There we go. In real life, they're a little bit more greeny than teal, but I just really love this colour. Don't be afraid of using white space, you know. I used to think I had to fill in every part of the page, but if you leave some white, it just lets it breathe without being overpowering. You're just like, oh, there's a little bit of space for me to fill in with my imagination. Just my imagination. Wow, you've got a lot of swatching to do. Very travel friendly, not the highest quality pigment. Well, you know, not everything has to be high quality for, like there's a fly there, high quality for sketching, especially if it's going to be in a sketchbook. Like, I'm happy to use student grade things in sketchbooks. This is hopefully going to be exhibited somewhere, so I am using my better colours. But it's just finding what works for you at the end of the day. If you have the time to do a couple of extra layers to build up the pigment, then it's all right, isn't it? I am gonna just move to my smaller brush here, the size unknown, just for these more delicate parts. Oh no, that should be stony colour, no? Oh yeah, it should. Ah! Never mind. It's a sketch, not a photo. If you want perfection, take a photo, but that's boring, isn't it? That's why I like sketching when I'm traveling, because when I take a photo, you don't really look at what you take in the picture. You just take a picture and you move on. But if you're sketching, you really have to sit and look at something. It makes you more present, and it's a way of kind of stopping time. You know, everything is so fast these days, isn't it? So just stop and breathe and look at something and really take in the details. That's what it's all about. I'm sure at the end of the day, we're not going to look back and go, oh, I wish I did everything really quickly. I think we're going to be like, I wish I'd really taken my time and enjoyed something. So that's what I like to do. I like to enjoy. Got a little bit deep, didn't it? Sorry about that. Right. Are those dry at the side yet? Maybe I should have painted those in first. I love this, by the way. This is what some people don't like about watercolour, but I love it that this is just bled into the sky. I think that's really cute. Actually, I'm going to just try and bring out some of those colours a little bit more. They've kind of faded a bit as they've dried. Love bleeding and blooms. It sounds like an Essex person. I love bleeding blooms. But yeah, I agree. Watercolour just being watercolour, like it's just the best, isn't it? I can't describe it. I just love it. It's just watercolour being watercolour, doing its watercolouriness. Is that a word? It is now. I love bleeding blooms. So anybody who wasn't here earlier when I was talking about, I think I'm going to do a monthly sketch along, do a live once a month, and you can join me to sketch along. Maybe we should do it the first, maybe the first Tuesday of every month, a sketch along. Who else is up for the sketch along? Is there anybody else here? I'm just going to add a caveat to my love of bleeding blooms. I like them up to a point. Oh, there's a hair on there. I like them up to a point of that, like you're still in some control. When they're there, they're where you want them to be, and they're not just completely mistaken. Oh, I've spat everywhere. Sorry about that. Do I paint full time? No, actually, my full time job is I'm a flight attendant. But fortunately, that means that I have quite a good work-life balance, so that I have time to do this. I have time to stop time. I would love to do it full time, but you know, at the moment I'm just a struggling artist. I always think it's weird saying I'm an artist. Oh, look, they weren't fully dry. It's okay. Oh no, I hate it. Should I not have done that? Hang on, if I make some bleeding blooms. The bleeding blooms might cover up that mistake. It's not always about the mistake, it's about how you deal with it, right? I don't really like that. I hope that's going to dry a bit lighter. So I might just give me a minute. I'm going to rub a wet. What am I trying to say? Don't know. I've been on live for too long. I just don't know what's happening. Oh, maybe I can just use this actually. Oh, look at that. New technique unlocked. Use a wet wristband. It's hard to say, hard word to say. To pick up. Oh, like that. Oh, and that's cured my earlier problem too. You can have that tip for free, guys. Right, so sketch along. Do you know what? I'm going to put a poll on my community tab at some point this week, and I'm going to ask what would be the best day for everybody, best day and time for a sketch along. Well, to be fair, the timing is probably going to be more based around me and what's convenient for me. So if you are in the US or Brazil or Canada or wherever else you might be, you might just have to go along with me. But you know, the sketch along can be it'll be posted afterwards, and then you can just do it at your leisure. Just going to add some little shadows under these things. Just keep it interesting. Oh, I'm back with my big brush again. I don't even know when that happened. Oh, I need to paint in that, what's that called? Flag. If anyone's going to be at the symposium, please say hi if you see me. It'll be my first one. Blot those bleeding blooms. I love an alliteration. Is the same thing going to happen with the bleeding blooms on this? Yep, those bleeding blooms. Oh, it's not as offensive on this side though. Now we're going to blot the bleeding blooms. Good. What's missing? Oh, I need to. Where's my little one? I need to do that flag, which is yellow and red alternating. So you know what? I'm just going to paint it all yellow now, and then I'm going to add the red after. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow ochre for the pole. Can't see the pole, but I assume it's like either wooden or golden, so that's going to go in there. Right, now the windows. Let's use this blue probably. Yes, what blue was that? Was it the same blue I used for the sky? May have been. I'm not going to fill it all. I'm going to leave little white bits showing through, because that'll look like reflections. All right, I think we're nearly done, you know. Should maybe add a different colour in there as well. Those windows all look too similar, or is it okay? I think some of them look too dark. I know it dries lighter, but still. Oh, we need to do the people. I'm going to do the people in the same colours that I've used throughout. So, I'm just going to blob some different colours in there. Green, I'm letting them mix. Black holes for your windows. Well, I would say, well, not necessarily never, but I rarely do black on the windows. Let's try and get some diversity in these people. Because normally it's reflecting something, and normally it's the sky. Or it could be trees. I could have put a bit of green in there, but I think it might be a little bit unnecessary. Yeah, sometimes black can be a bit overpowering on windows, but not necessarily always, and it's all interpretation, so don't worry about it if they're a bit dark, and you can learn from it for next time. If you don't like them, that is. If you do like them, then keep doing it that way. Terrible at advice, me. I'm just like, yeah, do what you want. If you think it looks good, do it. All right, how's that looking? I think that's done. Oh no. I didn't finish off the flag. Red. There we go. I think that's done for now. That's a bit dark there, but that's okay. We'll just leave it. It gets to a point where you're like, here's what I'm doing, adding anything to the sketch. And if it isn't, then I would suggest you stop. It's very easy to overwork a sketch. So I think what I'm going to do is probably call that a day, and maybe have a look at it again tomorrow and see if I think anything else needs to be added. But for now, I'm going to trust myself that is done. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that actually. I prefer it. I definitely prefer it to these two earlier ones that I did. Like I said at the start, you might not have been here, but I tried these two sketches previously, and they were too precise. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's not me. And this isn't me. So then I tried again, which is a little bit more me, but it still looks too precise. So I actually think this one has much more interest to it, has much more about it. So, happy with that. So that's it. I'm going to have to sign off now. 3 times the charm, exactly. I'm going to have to sign off now because I'm already 10 minutes late to meet my friend. And I'm going to let that dry and come back to it. Or maybe not come back to it. Maybe I should just trust myself and let it be. Look, see, now I've looked at it. I want to add a little bit more. Right, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Keep an eye out for the monthly sketch-alongs. And we'll just do the same thing, eh? I'll put a reference photo, which I'll also put in the community tab, and then we can sketch along and chat along. I think that'll be good fun. And then we can all tag together the arting about sketch along hashtag on Instagram. That'll be good. Cool. We're going to get that in motion. Let's actually start it now. I'm going to write it here in the chat. This is what I want you to do if you have sketched along with this. I want you to Hashtag arting about sketch along. Arting about sketch along. Done. Cool. Well, thank you. That's it. I need to stop saying thank you. I've said it too much now. So, yep. If you're going to Toulouse, I'll see you in Toulouse. If not, I'll see you in the next sketch along or elsewhere. Thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.